Hey, good morning, and I hope you guys are doing amazing. So, we're back with more writing on our fantasy sci-fi. Um, it's early morning, and I'm still getting some coffee into me. Real quick, I'm going to get chat up, and we'll move forward. So, I'm going to let you guys know where we are from last time. Um, we got through chapter 23. Maybe didn't get all the way through it. I think there's details I need to add. But we are on chapter 24. It looks like we actually did get through it. So they intend them to be sacrifices. I guess we could backwrite a little bit into 23. Um, in this chapter, what's going to happen is they do plan on sacrificing Sam and the Vikings he just met, along with the natives in the cell across from them, to some kind of abomination. Now, honestly, I hadn't decided exactly what type of abomination yet. Um, it's obviously going to be different than the one that Sam killed, that was a lesser abomination, that was an easy with his weapon. He doesn't have his laser or his plasma pistol. He's not going to get it. It does, though, seem, just so you guys know, that YouTube did hit my last video for violent content, which not a big deal. They just, did limited ads on it, or I don't know, basically limited monetization on my last video is what happened. And basically, I didn't think our last video with the last two chapters was that violent, but maybe they did. And so that's okay, not a biggie. Looks like we're doing pretty good on this so far. We're at page 139 on the book. That and each one of these pages will actually end up being more than one page, especially after revisions and details are added. And we already know we at least have two whole new chapters that I need to do in revision. So, good morning, Drew in the Mask. I hope you're having a great one. Everybody else, I hope you guys are also doing just amazing. My coffee is super hot, super fresh. I literally just woke up as it is 5 a.m. And so let's look at where we're at. I don't want to just jump forward without knowing. This is our 1 hour day, so it's not likely that we get all the way through chapter 24, especially since I'd like to be at least a few seconds of some riveting combat or some. Think maybe we transition them into where they're getting led to the sacrifice in this one. Looks like we set it up for more dialogue. And then we have the actual situation occur in 24. And so let's go back. Let's read this last paragraph. Um, we've got the introduction of the Vikings. My name's Bjorn. I think I'm saying that right. If I'm not, I'm not trying to offend anybody, by the way. And I think they intend. I don't feel we need they. We can just cut that right out. My name's Bjorn, and they intend us for sacrifice, said the leader of the war band. Okay, so the leader of the war band right here, Bjorn, that's going to become a main character, honestly. Let's see if we threw main character in here. I don't know if I already threw him into our world building, but hey, good morning, Avalonus. I hope you're doing great. Honestly, I don't feel that the justification for how they got captured properly was done. I'm gonna probably refix that. It's artifacer. I don't know if we really actually have an artifacer in there, but let's get rid of that real quick, just because I can decide that later. Sub. Okay, yeah, we didn't add his name yet. That's okay. I'm gonna add his name in here real quick. Especially since now we've introduced him, we might as well actually have him in there. Always like that. Okay, we've got that. Bjorn is not really that disposable. Obviously, through the next book, there's going to be lots of space Vikings that likely die. Um, that'll be good. You know what I mean? So that'll we'll find that out. Look over this. Okay, the men all like looked like all look like fierce warriors. You know what? We don't have to have that. We're just going to be more direct with what we say. The men were all fierce warriors, and I wondered how they possibly came to have been became become captives. We get rid of so. I asked, "How is it that you're captured? You were captured. Did we make up a name for this what space Vikings are called? I don't think we did. Well, that'll be done on revision. Let's just be honest. You are all known, which will put their name in there, for being excellent warriors, and this is a primitive planet. They could not have taken you from your ship. The shamans came close. Okay, the shaman came closer as if almost insulted by the question. They drugged us during dinner. Even then, we managed to kill more than a few of them before succumbing. Okay, so let's add some details on why they had came to this world for the first part, right? And then I think we are going to just jump over to chapter 24 and knock it out real quick, knock out a chunk of it at least. We had come to this world because we heard they worship a strange god. And we're going to add to this. But whose? I think that adorned, adorned. Okay. Okay, let's see. I think that fixes it a little bit better, just to be honest, guys. So let's look over this. Even then, we managed to kill more than a few of them before succumbing. We had come to this world because we heard they worship strange gods whose idols. Oh, we did put plural. And let's change that to R. Adorned with strange gems. So we agreed to have dinner with them so we could observe it for ourselves. But it was nothing as a trick, as they intended us to be sacrificed instead. Okay. Obviously I'm gonna just blue right here and we're gonna skip to where we're at. Boom. Ooh, that's the wrong blue right, guys. Okay, let's look at where we're at because we're gonna get right into this. I'm gonna need to grab a little piece of paper and we're gonna be writing down some stuff so we actually know who we have and what we have. Move this over here. I don't want to be inappropriately killing the wrong people, and stuff like that. This is all fictional killing. Facebook, I mean, not Facebook, but YouTube. I didn't know you were going to get all restricty on fiction writing. What can you say? Okay, so let's look at this. Let's get down to where we get, there's six Vikings. We have Bjorn. We have the shaman, right? The two minotaurs and two young guys. Okay. And then we've got 10 natives. And of course, we've got Sam, right? Okay. Let's figure out exactly how we're going to get this taken care of. I want to make sure that we have sound because I always worry about that. That doesn't look like it's very loud. Okay. Guys. So we're going to start right off right here with them being brought into the main chamber, right? Okay. trying to think of how to describe it. Deeper into the. Get some coffee in me. Well, we'll just be honest. I don't actually know if we should use deeper. Oops. Does this not fit back there? Oh, nope. Okay, so we've got that. Okay, we moved down the long corridor lit by torch. The walls were old. I think I probably should just call them ancient, but whatever. We'll call them old for the record of it. No, they wouldn't be ancient. Let's just. With strange glyphs and depictions. Okay. Okay, let's put this. Think we need this lit by torch in here earlier. Okay. We moved down the long corridor lit by torch, flanked by guards on both sides. The walls were old, with strange glyphs and depictions of what looked like horrors. The carvings of the abominations depicted them as worshipped gods, showing scenes of transformation. The deeper we went into the earthen temple, the more I understood. These were worshippers of the horrors. Okay, so I feel that's solid. I'm cool with that. Let's think of this. Let's just put. Let's go with 3. Okay, below 3 statues. Boom. I don't know why I always add 2 L's in there. Pretty naughty about that. Finally, we came to a large chamber with altars below. Oh, 3 large statues. Oh, we did say that they're the Vicks. Okay, let's figure this out. So we know that there's gonna be like stands, right? Okay, so let's go like this. Finally, we came to a large chamber. Okay, let's move this down here. I feel we're going to describe this a little bit better. Chamber. Okay. Okay, finally we came to a large chamber where many of the people had gathered, of their people had gathered in the seats, encircling a large open area. Encircling the large open area. Okay, the open area, in the open area were altars below. Let's get rid of that. Were three large statues. We don't need a seamed with. Okay, and of course, boom. In the open area were three large statues with sacrificial altars below them. The statues were encrusted with gems, as the Vic said. Okay. Okay, I feel chance. That probably chance. Yep. I knew it was going to say that. Evil thing. Okay. So we're at it now. How are we going to start this off? Obviously, some killing is going to happen here, guys. It's fictional killing, YouTube. Just as just so you know, nobody's really dying in this. So let's figure out how we're doing this. Because obviously this is going to get bloody right here. Or maybe I should do most of the bloody stuff in revision. I don't know. So let's think of what we're going to say here. I kind of feel I should describe the statues more too, but that we can add description in on everything in revision. So honestly, I just kind of want to get through the nitty gritty of what we want thrown down. You know what I mean? Okay, I gotta go back to the beach part where he shoots down the thing so I can find the guy that's these guys are shaman. The man wearing robes and a crown. Okay. Oh, let's also have something else. Hold on one second, guys. Okay. Okay. Oh, we're gonna need more description here. I just realized what I want to do here. Lord of statues, sacrifice. Okay, boom. Okay, so now we're getting straight into let's kill the three guys that got took to the altar. Oh, Worked. I think we can just go like that. We'll read over this. What do we want to call this strange? Okay, so there we've got that part done. Hey, good morning. It sucks. I hope you're having a great one also. We've just killed 3 of the tribesmen. Let's. Whew, let's see. So we just killed 2 more tribesmen, or 3 more tribesmen. victims. I don't know why. Okay, boom. So now we're to the making the move. Now we're battling. We've got 4 whole tribesmen left. We got 10 of us. 10 of us against an army. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to go back up here and put it where their hands are tied, right? Affiliate. Move down. Okay, boom. Our hands tied. We've got that taken care of backwise. Oh, let's fix this then, huh? To the right actual Minotaur. Okay, boom, boom. So we've got a young Vic dead. Okay, so let's go back through here. Let's read back through what we have, and then we'll move forward. When a man stepped out wearing robes and a crown, the crowd cheered. I recognized him as the one from my earlier encounter. He walked over, telling the guards a few words before they grabbed three of the tribesmen and took them to the altar. The guards then started moving us to the edge of the pit, motioning us to kneel. I watched as the Vicks and the tribesmen knelt, so I did the same, waiting for someone to make a move. The man with the robes and the crown walked towards the first man who was held down on. Wait, did I have them grab three people already? Oh, yep. Okay, I did. Just making sure. Okay. The first man who was held down on the altar holding a black drought. First man who was. That doesn't sound right. Hold on. The man with the robes and crown walked towards the first man who was held down on the altar. Let's grab this. You know what? I'll fix that in a second. I don't want to mess with that right now. The wording on that's not great, though. Let's just say that. He stood there, uttering some kind of prayer to the statues before plunging it into the man's chest. As soon as he was done, he moved on to the next one, dispatching him in the same way, and the third one as well. Once all three men lay dead, he walked to the edge of the pit, continuing his strange utterances as he stood there. The guards dragged the bodies of the sacrificed men to the pit and threw them in. They were an offering of some sort, but to what? Then the guards selected three more of the tribesmen, and the process repeated. But this time, as the men's bodies were thrown into the pit, I could hear something stirring below. The Vicks also seemed to take note of this, and as the guards were selecting the next victims, they made their move. One of the Minotaurs stood up quickly, rope bindings. Wait, breaking the ropes binding his hands, before grabbing and throwing one of the guards down the pit. At the same time, Bjorn, the other Minotaur, and the shaman were quickly freeing themselves. Panic quickly took hold. I think we've used the word quickly too many times. Panic took hold of the guards, but they managed to spear one of the young Vicks, killing him before he could free himself. Okay, okay, we've got freed, freed, freed. So we've got one young Viking. Now let's think of how we're doing this, guys. I'm really obviously this battle's not going to conclude today, and we'll be writing on this on Friday. Let's think about what we're doing. As the guards became distracted, comma, I worked to free myself as well, but unable to break the rope bindings. The ropes binding me. Tempted to have him bite one of these guys. Do you guys think we need to unleash zombies on these people? I mean, that's really where I'm kind of tempted to go with this. I'm not really sure if I like that at all. It's 6 o'clock, and so I'm. This is where we wrap things up for this morning. But or do we let him get out of the bindings? I feel that he's getting stronger. Let's actually let him. Okay. Okay. That looks good. So Sam's wounded again, but Sam heals. Sam regenerates and Sam has nanites. Okay, so this is where we're going to leave things off. Sam has, we've decided, bitten one of the guards. We all know what that means. The guard is going to change. The guard will attack other guards. More chaos. This whole planet's in deep trouble. We'll turn this into a open battle. They're going to kill one of these whores. The abomination that's down in that pit. Just for the record, in this chapter. I don't know what chapter 25 will have in it exactly because we're kind of creating new situations as we write right here. Um, on Friday, we'll do this transition right here. We'll touch up 23. We'll work all the way back through this to make sure it's not sucking, and we'll get through it, just for the record. Real quick, I'm going to raid over to somebody because we always like to raid over to anybody. If any of you guys are streaming, let me know because I'd rather raid over to you guys than anybody else. Bella is the last one that raided over to me, so I'm going to kind of see what she's doing. She's doing stuff, I think. I'm going to click this button so we can see what she's doing real quick. I don't want to. Of course, there's some kind of advertisement. There's always an advertisement, guys. I could raid now, but I'd rather wait and make sure that she's actually doing stuff. Okay, so Bella's just hanging out standing there. So what we're going to do is we're going to raid somebody else. But I am going to get her rated, just so you guys know. Are any of you guys doing anything? Let's go with this guy. I don't even know who this is, really. He also does not look to be doing anything. Guys, is anybody doing stuff in Entropia, or is everybody just hanging out? Let's look what Baby Oxide's doing. Okay, I'm going to raid over to Baby Oxide. Let's cross our fingers. I do want to thank you guys very much for hanging out. Obviously, Friday we're going to be back. We'll be writing more. We'll get more of this actually done. I hope you guys have a great week and peace and very best wishes.